You know, as a Dragon Ball GT fan, it's really hard to listen to other people talk about it. You see, when big YouTubers talk about Dragon Ball GT, they either haven't actually watched the show, or they say that it's the most stupid, they say the most stupid, absurd things, that it really doesn't even make sense. And honestly, it kind of sucks, because, for example, GT Vegeta is, in my opinion, better than Dragon Ball Super's Vegeta in terms of character development. Now, I'm gonna be blunt, even as a GT fan. GT Vegeta definitely does not have as many hype moments as Dragon Ball Super Vegeta. But as a character, Vegeta in GT is far better than any other Vegeta, in my opinion. And today, I'm gonna go over why. Let's start off with GT's most infamous joke. Many people call GT Dragon Ball Goku time, because of the amount of power and stuff Goku does in the series. However, when people say this, I think they look at Dragon Ball Z with rose-tinted glasses, because when you truly think about it, no one else in Dragon Ball Z actually does anything. I mean, let's stop and list some things that everyone else in Dragon Ball Z, okay? The Z Fighters got slaughtered against Nappa. Vegeta, Gohan, and Piccolo, as well as Krillin, got humiliated by Frieza and the Ginyu Force. Everybody got bodied by the androids except for except for Piccolo, technically Cell, yeah. Who Piccolo just let a beacon to Cell, who Vegeta let reach his perfect form, only to be humiliated himself. Trunks got bitched, and then Goku put up the best fight, but he wasn't enough. And then Gohan came in and defeated Cell. Everybody then got their shit rocked by Buu, or absorbed except for Goku, who ended up winning with a Spirit Bomb only because he wanted to give Vegeta a shot at winning. Goku himself says that he could have beaten Buu, but was wanting to give Vegeta a chance. Like, when you stop to think about it, Dragon Ball Z was Goku time just as much as GT. And if it wasn't Goku, it was his sperm. So let's start off the beginning of GT, and where people immediately hate Vegeta. Now look, I don't like GT Vegeta's mustache either, but when you see GT Vegeta's first design, what do you see? You likely see a disgrace. Cut his hair, grew a mustache, and wearing some ridiculous earthly clothes. But that's exactly why you can't appreciate GT Vegeta, because you think too much like Vegeta. Look, I'm gonna be blunt. If you want a prideful Vegeta with his head shoved so far up his ass, trying to be Goku that he can't appreciate anything else in life, you're going to hate GT Vegeta, because GT Vegeta actually follows up on Z Vegeta's development, unlike Super. For the most part, there are a few scenes in Super where Vegeta actually shows character development. At the end of Z, Vegeta straight up admits Goku's number one, but before that, when fighting Goku under Majin's Vegeta spell, he even admits that he likes living on Earth.
Vegeta, I don't understand. You've never allowed anyone to help you before in your life. Why start now? Why Bobbity?
Because I wanted him to reawaken the evil in my heart. I wanted him to return me to the way I was before! I was the perfect warrior, cold and ruthless. I lived by my strength alone, uninhibited by foolish emotion. But slowly, over the years, I became one of you. My quest for greatness gradually giving way to this life of mediocrity. I awoke one day to find that I had settled down, formed a family. I had even grown quite fond of them. Would you believe, I almost started to think the Earth was a nice place to live. Do you understand now, Kakarot? That's why I needed Bobbity to set me free by releasing the evil in my heart. He has freed me of these petty attachments. And I'd have to say it feels pretty good.
Do you really believe what you're saying?
And this reflects in Dragon Ball GT. Vegeta is much more relaxed and Earth-like, because, yeah, he's a Saiyan, but he's also an Earthling. And although I agree with most people this is a bit much. It's a subtle detail you'll most likely miss, and his design gets upgraded later on, so you don't really need to look at it too long. Moving on from that, though, we see Vegeta literally dragging Goten and Trunks to fight instead of him. He has the chance to outshine Goku in space, but who knows what kinds of opponents. And instead of, going, fighting, he's trying to train up Goten and Trunks. Dragon Ball Z, or even Dragon Ball Super Vegeta, would never let this happen. He hears Goku's going to space, he will follow him like a lost puppy. Because, as I said, he's no longer chasing Goku. He accepts that Goku is stronger than him, and he's gotten his head out of his previously stated ass.
Father?
Son, there's the easy way and then there's the fun way.
I still don't understand. Why do we have to go with him? This is not cool!
Give it a rest! Both of you have begun to grow unbearably soft in these times of peace. And with Kakarot leading the search, you'll see trouble in no time.
You do know that I have a date tonight.
Dating is for the weak.
Aw, what about me? I am the president of Capsule Corp.
Then consider this a hostile takeover.
It's not that I don't want to find the Dragon Balls. I just know that my mother would never let me set foot on a spaceship.
It was all her idea.
You're kidding me!
We go quite a while without seeing Vegeta again, only seeing him in episode 27, which is actually a great episode. It starts off with Vegeta and Bulma, or Bra, or whatever her name is. I'm calling her Bulma. Anyway, he takes Bulma shopping because she made fun of his mustache, and he off-roads some guys hitting on his daughter. Then later, Bra's telling Vegeta how happy she is, he brought her all this stuff, and she'll put on a fashion show for him, and he's shown smiling. When was the last time you saw Vegeta smile for something that didn't involve a fight that you guys asked him to? I genuinely can't think of another one. I actually didn't notice until rewatching the episode either, so hey, there you go, rewatch GT. However, he quickly loses it as he sees someone trying some Sparking Zero Snap Vanish bullshit, showing that he's not quite out of shape like people think. Some people think GT characters got weaker when Goten would literally one-shot Buhan in his base form, and maybe even Vegeta. But hey, some fans will be wild. Anyway, Gohan gets the advantage when he transforms, but soon Vegeta transforms and he completely outclasses Gohan. Now remember, this is a Gohan who continued training for 15 years, and went Super Saiyan on top of his Ultimate form. Yeah, Vegeta is really him in the show. Unfortunately, though, he isn't him for very long, because Goten jumps him, also infected by baby's parasites. And although he could whip both of their asses at the same time, he gets infected, though he did last quite a bit longer than everyone else, resisting the infection.
That's how it's gonna be. I told you I was coming to the rescue. Sorry if you thought I meant yours.
Nice job there, Goten.
Thank you.
Goten, not you too!
Give up now, Vegeta. You're fighting two Saiyans, and we're brothers. Neither your strength nor your ego can come close to this power. A smart fighter would take this chance and go home.
Duh! We'll see about that!
That's it, Vegeta. Get angry. Push all of the hatred you have built up inside you to the surface and reveal my victory!
Fun fact, did you know that baby's transformations are mutations of his Super Saiyan forms? His white hair form is a Super Saiyan form, his shoulder blade form is Super Saiyan 2, and his shoulder pad form is Super Saiyan 3. With that in mind, this most likely means Vegeta himself could turn to Super Saiyan 3 in GT. But, moving on. We move on to episode 41, where Vegeta is starting to act like the old Vegeta. He comes out of Capsule's form and is like, square up Kakarot, we've gotta settle. And honestly, can you really blame him? He got possessed for months and then learned Goku unlocked 2 more forms. He'll beat his ass. Bro probably has so much built up frustration, I mean, he's gotta let it out somehow. I don't think this is character regression, because, think about it. If you had another man inside of you for months, and then your best friend came and beat your ass, you'd probably be mad too. Plus, at the World Tournament, so it's festive. After that, some guards try to stop Vegeta, and he just blasts them away and demands Goku to fight him. And then the kid wins through Goku being distracted, dumbfounding the prince, and to be honest, making the Vegeta GT facepalm. But then, at the end of the episode, Vegeta finally confronts Goku again, and they both go Super Saiyan on the bridge. Only for Goku to get hungry. Vegeta laughs, because Vegeta knows that Goku will always be Goku. And he respects that.
I don't want any of them beating me.
You really think one of those puny guys are a threat to you?
Especially when there's a real threat standing right here. I'd say playtime is over.
Okay, it's been a while since we did this.
We're on a bridge, Grandpa!
Yeah, Father, cut it out!
Sorry, but do you mind if we continue this after I get something to eat?
And that'll be it for this video. We still have the Super 17 and Shadow Dragon art to cover, but I think I've made enough of a point here to say that, you know, you should at least give GT Vegeta another chance. GT Vegeta is not stale, he's stronger than anyone in Z, and he's the best version of Vegeta, in my opinion. As you can probably tell, I am sick while writing and recording this. I was a lot more sick when writing it, but I'm a lot better now that I'm actually recording it. You know, I know with that sound I just made, it doesn't seem like it, but you know, earlier, just a couple days ago, I was trying to stream, I was just running out of breath during the middle of the stream, and like I had to cut it short. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. So let's quickly recap. After the fight with Android 17, Vegeta kind of disappeared for a bit outside of helping efforts to move all civilians to the planet Puffle. But then we skip to Goku's fight with Shenron, where Goku just unlocks his full power Super Saiyan 4. Vegeta tries to go off and fly to help Goku, but insists that he stay so he could turn Super Saiyan 4 himself. Vegeta reminisces about their past, and although he admits that he cares deeply for his family and even sacrificed himself to do it, he doesn't want to be so much weaker than Goku. Bulma informs him that Goku transformed due to a surplus of Blitz Waves, and that Vegeta didn't transform either because he was too weak, or because Baby was inside of his body. Though, personally, I believe it was because the fact Vegeta was unconscious. Part of the Grade 8 process is that you need to gain consciousness, but Baby was controlling Vegeta's body while he was put into a coma-like state. That's my theory, at least. Later on, after Omega Shenron regenerates from a Kamehameha Dragon Fist combo, Goku tends to use the technique Vegeta used against Majin Buu, converting his life force into energy, which is actually the second time he tries that in GT. Oh. Vegeta calls him out for his dumbassery, and tells Goku he has a plan to reach Super Saiyan 4. Vegeta blasts him with the Blitz Wave emitter and turns him into an Ozaru. However, he does start going berserk just like Goku did, even after blasting at Bulma. However, what took Goku over an episode to achieve took Vegeta about 2 minutes, and he achieved Super Saiyan 4. Everyone is
shook at their power, and even Omega is pushed back for a moment. However, Vegeta admits that if they were to attack them together, they would die. From there, they fuse into Gogeta, but then they unfuse. After they unfuse, Vegeta and the others continue to fight. However, ultimately, Goku ends up seemingly dying. Even as a normal Super Saiyan, Vegeta fights to the very end, and he even has a moment where he's crying because he doesn't want to lose his second home like he did Planet Vegeta. He gets a hole in his shoulder, bleeding out, while everyone else is unconscious. Vegeta would still get up, though, and try to fight Omega, but as soon as he senses Goku is about to blast Omega, he gives Goku a shot. The series ends with a mutual respect, and Goku passes on the security of Earth to Vegeta, while he goes off the land somewhere unknown to us. So let's discuss the first major point people seem to have with GT Vegeta and Super Saiyan 4. And that's that they claim that Vegeta skipped Super Saiyan 3. This is kind of stupid, not only because Super Saiyan 3 and 4 aren't even related transformations, really, and the fact that Vegeta might have even had Super Saiyan 3. Starting with the former, Super Saiyan 4 is named Super Saiyan 4 due to the convenience of naming. Oh god, I English right there, didn't I? Super Saiyan 4 is an evolution of Golden Ozaru, which is an evolution of Ozaru. The transformations are caused by a surplus of blood waves, at least initially, until you learn to transform on your own. As far as we know, you don't even need to be a normal Super Saiyan to transform into a Golden Ozaru. Ergo, theoretically, Pan and Bola could skip to Super Saiyan 4 without even turning into a normal Super Saiyan. So no, Super Saiyan 3 is not needed, and thus Vegeta did not skip Super Saiyan 3, as if it is an unnecessary step, then it's not skipping. And that aside, Vegeta might have had Super Saiyan 3 already. We see in Daima that Vegeta managed to get it, and while it's an alternative universe over 20 years after GT was made, it's much earlier in the 15-year time skip than GT, and thus Vegeta theoretically could have done the same thing. But ignoring that, there's evidence in GT itself, mainly being that Super Baby 2 was stated to be strongly Super Baby 2, the Mohawk one, the one with the shoulder pads that doesn't look as cool as the form before, it resembles Super Saiyan 3. And since Baby Vegeta's base form is a mutated version of Super Saiyan, it only makes sense that Super Baby 2 is Super Saiyan 3. I mean, think about it. 3 white-haired transformations, 3 Super Saiyan transformations. Like, the math is mathing here. But why wouldn't Vegeta use Super Saiyan 3 if he had it? Well, a better question is, when would he have used it? Super Saiyan was enough against Gohan and Goten, in Super Saiyan 2, and Android 17 absorbed his final shine. Thus, even if Vegeta went Super Saiyan 3, it's likely Vegeta would still be weaker than 17. And we all know how strong the Shadow Dragons are, so though he likely had Super Saiyan 3, he had no reason to use it. There's also the fact of the energy drain. Vegeta might have never gotten a handle of it. He might have just figured that using normal Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 2 is the better option for him personally. And hey, maybe he's right. Next, to discuss if Vegeta earned Super Saiyan 4. Many people call GT Vegeta a disgrace, since he not only skipped Super Saiyan 3, but cheated to get Super Saiyan 4, and did not earn it like Goku. Well, we already talked about that, but Vegeta always trains to achieve his forms by himself, apparently, with no help from anyone. And let me tell you, all of those people didn't pay attention or watch GT. 1 to 10. But then again, these are Dragon Ball fans, and they don't even watch their own show. So, fair enough, I guess. Maybe they're spitting. People say Vegeta cheated by using the Blutz Wave generator. All that did was give him the Blutz Waves that he needed, or that he would have gotten, making an artificial moon. Vegeta regained control, transformed into a Golden Ozaru, and became a Super Saiyan 4 all on his own. That was his own power. Goku had to be turned into a child by the Dragon Balls to get his tail back, and then the other guy had to grow it out for him. And on top of that, he had to be on a whole nother ass planet to get the blood waves necessary by deflecting it off of the moon. Goku had to be helped both physically and magically, whereas Vegeta simply needed help from his wife. Vegeta became a Super Saiyan 4 much faster than Goku did. He had less help, but let's say that he refused to have Bulma blasted with the blood waves. What the fuck was he supposed to do? Was he supposed to go up and be like, "Oh, excuse me, Omega, do you mind turning me into a kid again and waiting for me to regrow my tail and learn how to transform to Super Saiyan 4? Thanks, Catfish Man." Vegeta had no way to grow out his tail, nor did he have to. It was his own power that let him turn to Super Saiyan 4, not the machine. And honestly, you can argue that Goku cheated more than him because Goku had more health. It took 2 wishes from the Black Star Dragon Balls for him to get Super Saiyan 4, and the help from the gods. So, I don't know. I don't know how you can think that Vegeta didn't cheated, but not Goku. I think Dragon Ball fans sometimes, man. So to recap, Vegeta did not skip Super Saiyan 3, and he did not get the chance. Like, he didn't get the chance to get Super Saiyan 4 naturally. He did not cheat. He earned it. Vegeta was not in a circumstance to be picky, and he arguably earned it more than even Goku. If Vegeta did have his tail, still, he could have defeated Super 17 with Goku. Maybe fought off Ice or Nova Shenron, and assisted Goku with his battle with Shin. Shin? Shin. Maybe I'll make a what if on that, but I hope this video puts GT Vegeta in a better light, because honestly, dude gets way too much hate. Respect GT Vegeta, he's the best version.